Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Adewi binti Fauzi. Our topic is about food insecurity and economy in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is the gem of the Indian Ocean with a population of 20.1 million people. It is a home to 44% of the world's poor and 40% of all individuals who are food insecure. Food security is the state which all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their food preference and dietary needs in order to live an active and healthy life. It has four fundamental aspects of food security, which is availability, access, utilization, and stability.
Hi, my name is Nur Inas binti Fadil. My matrix number is 21122017. I will present my part, which is about food price crisis. The issue of the food price crisis in Sri Lanka is the most important thing that is in many cases discussed in the world. This issue has a major impact on food security at the household and national levels. This is supposed to be so on the majority of low-income households in Sri Lanka spend more than half of their income on food. Rising price of grain and other staple food are forcing them to reduce the quantity or quality of their food. This can lead to food insecurity and malnutrition with tragic implications. Rising price not only limit the ability of people in Sri Lanka to meet food education but also limit their ability in matter of education and household health care for the poor. In addition, rising prices have also caused a significant imbalance between food supplies and demand, especially in cereals and livestock. In Sri Lanka, the primary element behind deficit stock can be recognized as low and unsound efficient, declining regular asset, favorable country and horticultural foundation, and wasteful business sector. Next, the second issue is the inflation crisis that happened in Sri Lanka, especially implies the fall in the buyer power of the finance shopper. For example, the buying power of money starting with one time and then on to the next. As the Sri Lanka finance emergency unfolded, food extension has been a significant worst-bearing of inflationary expansion in faltering the business area lately. Based on the table, food expansion expanded from 3.5% in 2019 to 6.20% in 2020. Food costs expand by 2.7% in a year. The taking of expansion rate is one more grim sign of Sri Lanka heightening finance issue that have started cross-country fight requesting the accusation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Aniswarina binti Muhammad Abdul Haris with matrix number 211220492. I would like to talk about the food issues in Sri Lanka. The food issue is food shortage, with food supplies within a bounded region do not provide the energy and the nutrients needed by that region's population. This is most easily conceptual as production problem, but constraint on importing as well as shortage can also contribute a food shortage problem. Furthermore, the issue appears in Sri Lanka a lack of healthy sustenance and leads to one of the most crucial parts of the monetary improvement. Prompts a family pass to a local area and eventually influence the financial state of nation as should be visible in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has been facing the same problem over 70 years, even though the public authority increased government rates to help pay for basic buys, including fuel and food. Thus, Sri Lanka has been hit by the pandemic, rising energy costs, and libertarian tax reduction.
There are several solutions that I would like to provide. Firstly, Sri Lanka should get financial support from other countries. Second, Sri Lanka should re-elect all the political members. Third, the government should encourage trade market within the countries. Furthermore, getting help from NGOs. Next, fifth, change the farming method. Next, the position for Prime Minister cannot be repeated. Also, there must be trial period for the Prime Minister position. And lastly, only qualified and tested politicians should be voted. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Adila. My matric number is 211222060. My part is conclusion. Based on the result of relevant research, found that there are two issues of food insecurity and the economy in Sri Lanka, which is food price crisis. Food price flow have an influence on food security at both the household and national levels. This will have a negative impact on the low-income country as well as a trade imbalance. Another issue is inflation crisis happen in Sri Lanka. The current situation occurs as the purchasing power of financial shoppers reduced due to growing labor and product expenditure for monetary mover. From that, we can see that food costs expanded by 2.70% in a year. To solve the issue, Sri Lanka requires financial support to run country industrial and agriculture sector. This will help Sri Lanka in taking control of its major resources, encouraging it to recommence export.